Hey guys, it's Dan Mike here and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are on F1 2016 for episode 15 of my career mode with Sauber F1 team. If you haven't missed that last episode, go check it out now. It's quite fun. I really enjoyed recording it, so go watch it now. If you have seen last episode, that was a perfect second place for ourselves, and no team is bringing an upgrade for this race, so that's okay so far. We're sitting quite comfy in P7 after the last 14 races, so let's head into practice 1 and do what we can on this very tight street. As we come through turn 22 and turn 23, the final two corners on the track, it's going to be a green score anyway, and we're 60 points off a purple score, so we're going to try and get the purple score right now. Now since I'm tight on time, I can't do the tyre management or the qualifying lap test, so we're going to have to go straight to qualifying right now and perform hopefully at Marina Bay. Coming around the final two corners now, in our lap in Q1, and it goes P4 in between Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez. It's the end of Q1 and we only went out for one lap. The times got faster and faster towards the end of the session. Manazar out-qualified us in Q1 anyway, but we are through to Q2 just. Massa went out as Williams tried the super soft strategy to be slower, but Massa is out, so that's a problem for them. Kimi Raikkonen is also down in P20. He couldn't get a lap together, it seems, and he's miles down his pack. Come round the final corner now, and we've gone P7 right now with a 145.1 on super softs though. That's not that bad. And Jenson Button is into Q3 as well in his McLaren. That's not that bad for the Brit himself. My teammate Nazar down in 14th, but we'll take that for now. Daniel Ricciardo also in P3 with a super soft set on, so me and him are going to go for the alternate strat. Coming around the final corner now to finish a lap in Q3, and it's P2 because I can't go for another lap. I'm not fueled up for one. It's P2 by a 1/10 of a second. Everyone else is out on a lap right now, so we're gonna have to see what they can do. We're in P3 after everyone finished their lap. Max Verstappen went top with his final lap. Vettel down in P7, so we've beaten our rival once again. So let's head in to the Singapore Grand Prix. My race goals for this Grand Prix: finish the race in 6th place or higher, place higher than Vettel, and beat Nazar. So that's sorted really. Just need to try our best in this and we're sorted.
Let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he starts from pole position, and Nico Rosberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have a Sauber, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, Vettel, Button, Sainz and Roman Grosjean, Alonso, Kvyat, Sergio Perez and Nasser, Gutierrez, Haryanto, Felipe Massa and Nico Hülkenberg, Wehrlein and Raikkonen, Kevin Magnussen and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid.
Here we are on the grid of the Singapore Grand Prix. Looking at the race strategy, we're starting on the softs obviously because that's what we chose to start on. We can go for a 1-stop or a 2-stop. We're just gonna go for the low tire management for once, and we're just gonna see how it goes. As we're lining up on the grid, Rosberg and Verstappen are already in place. They just stormed ahead of myself and Ricciardo. Now we've got to wait for Palmer to line up on the grid. Obviously Palmer scored points last race at Monza. So Palmer's just coming around the final corner. Now he scored points in Monza after that absolutely mental race. Oh, but anyway, this is Singapore, this isn't Monza. So we're waiting for him to finally line up. Yes, he has. As we've got the lights illuminating above us now. It's lights out and away we go here in Singapore. Rosberg seems to get off to a poor start. on his ultra soft tires. Coming to turn 1, we're on the outside of Rosberg. Can we sneak around the outside of him? Yes, we can. Will he dive us into turn 2 or turn 3? I can't remember it. Yes, he will. We're going around the outside of Rosberg once again. Up to turn 5 now. It's not going to work. It's not going to work as he edges us out wide and Verstappen has pulled away. And we're going to get the slipstream on Rosberg once again. Down into turn 7. Turn 6 and 7. There's a yellow flag. There's a massive crash behind us. There's a massive crash behind us. Vettel's out the race. Anyone else out the race? There's a safety car here on lap 1 of the Singapore Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is out of the race. And there's a massive pile-up, it looks, on the back straight there. Wow. So let's see a replay of the start with Verstappen on pole and Rosberg in P2. The lights went out. And it was myself who got off to a good start, an okay start, but Hamilton got off to the better start. Down to turn 1, it was myself and Rosberg battling. We went round the outside of the German and then into turn 3, dived us once again. We were battling with Rosberg through turn 4 even, we were side by side. Coming to turn 5, we were going round the outside and Verstappen was just pulling away like mad here. Down the first DRS straight, Rosberg got ahead of us once again. We dived up the inside of turn 6, going to turn 7. As in the background there, you can see Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo colliding, and in the end we got past Nico Rosberg, and then there was a virtual safety car. So Sebastian Vettel was going side by side with Daniel Ricciardo down to turn 5. He dived up the inside, forced him out wide. Beautiful move from Vettel. Now coming down to turn 6 and 7, Ricciardo just went for a gap that wasn't there in turn 6, and that took Sebastian Vettel out. And that's very unfortunate. It's just Daniel Ricciardo's stupidity did that. We're going to look at the incident from Valtteri Bottas' onboard view. They're going side by side into turn 5, as I've said before. Bottas was there in the mix, just thinking about when am I going to make the move. So he pulled into the slipstream of Ricciardo. As you can see, down to turn 6, Ricciardo, I don't know what he's doing. He knows Sebastian's going to move over to take the apex, and then he just takes himself and Vettel out. And leaves a gap between myself and Bottas. Looking at Nico Hülkenberg in P18, behind Massa and behind Haryanto. We got off to a great start after a disastrous qualifying. Haryanto went slow, Hülkenberg got past him. My teammate Nazagot went slow. Hülkenberg dived up the inside of everyone into turn 1. He touched the side pod of Grosjean and that sent him into the wall. And he's at the back. So the safety car is in this lap and Max Verstappen will lead the field away. He's unlucky to get that safety car as he was pulling away from myself and Rosberg as we battled down to turn 7. And then safety car came out and his lead was cut to basically nothing. So he's going to hope for a good start. The Red Bull driver, the Dutchman. So the safety car is just about to pull into the pit lane right now. We should get racing on lap 4 of 31 here in Singapore. So we're waiting for Max Verstappen to actually go. Oh, he's gone. He's tricked me there. And Hamilton's coming to the pit lane. Oh, we've gone a bit deep. They're nearly losing it. Hamilton's coming to the pit lane. I don't know why, but he has. And that means Bottas is into P3. I believe Bottas has won the last 2 races. He won in Belgium and I believe he won in Italy. But he's going to attack me down into turn 7 now. Valtteri Bottas on the faster tyre has gone straight past me on the straight, and he's in a Williams as well, so I mean they're powerhouses on the straight, so I can't really complain there. DRS is now available and we're on the back of Valtteri Bottas doing the second DRS straight. Hamilton sets the fastest lap, but he's at the back of the field. He's in last place, 21st. We're on the back of Valtteri Bottas down to turn 7. Can we make a move? A late move up the inside of Bottas. We shove him out wide and we're into P2 now. We're about a third of the way through this race and Fernando Alonso is right on the back of me. Like literally right on the back of me, which is a problem. Alonso's going for a move up to the old Singapore sling. Is it going to work out for him? No, he's tapped tires with me there. And we're just kept it in P1 for now. As Alonso down the main straight, is he going to go for it into turn 1? He's hit the back of me. And under braking, he's on the outside. We're going to force him wide, and there's a virtual safety car now. And that would have been the perfect time to pit. But we passed the pits now, and that is a problem. I wonder what's happened to trigger that virtual safety car. There's a car stranded by the 3 on the map. I wonder who that is. We'll have a look right now. As he was following Esteban Gutierrez and Nico Rosberg, Daniel Ricciardo was coming into sector 3 just as normal, following Mercedes, and bang, his front right tyre let go, and there he was going slow for the rest of the lap to the pits. He can't go any faster though, and he just wants to get back to the pits and keep going. So Ricciardo's going very slow, quite slow, as he weaves on the straight to let the Toro Rosso by. One of the Toro Rossos go by, and Ricciardo just stops on the exit to the wee mini tunnel, and he keeps Magnussen and Jenson Button behind him. So looks like it's light rain in 10 minutes time. So can we stay out on these tyres and just hold it out until the inters, or will it be inters in about 20 minutes, 10 minutes after the rain starts? We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we've got 30 something percent wear on our tyres, 34% on the front right. I'm absolutely roasting recording this. It's like 24 degrees outside as Perez is going round my outside. Will he make it? No, he will not. We close him off. But yeah, it's absolutely roasting. It's 25 degrees outside, 24, 25 or something. So, oh, this is tiring. This. Rosberg is right behind me in his Merc. He pit just as the safety car was coming in, and now he's on to me. Down to turn 1, he's hit me twice as we break into turn 1, as there's debris flying across the braking zone. Rosberg hit me twice, that's not nice of him. Rosberg down into the braking zone at turn 7. No, he can't. Sergio Perez is out of this race. Perez is out of this race. Is that going to be a safety car? It's down at turn 6. So I wonder what's happened there. We'll get a replay of that once we find out if there's going to be a safety car or not. As Rosberg is going to attack me down after the long straight. We're trying to break in for the corner. We've taken Rosberg with us, and he's gone deep. But he's not taking P1 just yet. Let's see what happened to Sergio Perez as he's coming round turn 5 down to turn 6 and 7. DNS with Kimi Raikkonen as he's behind him. He did exactly what Ricciardo did, spun Perez round and took Perez out of the race. And my teammate and his group had to avoid the incident there. Valtteri Bottas is out of this race. Bottas is out of this race. The winner of the last 2 Grand Prix has retired now, and I do not know what that was for, but we'll have a look. So Valtteri Bottas did retire on the second DRS straight, but it was an engine failure that caused it. It wasn't a crash. It was an engine failure that cost Valtteri Bottas a chance of his 3rd win. Rosberg and Haryanto are into the pit lane. They're into the pit lanes. We're nearly losing it. Round turn 23. Wow, that was immense. Nearly lost it, but we're still into the lead. And Rosberg's gone on to the super softs until the end of the race. Haryanto, I don't know what he's doing to the end of the race, as we're just sliding all over the place. And if you look up to the top left of your screen, you will see that my teammate Nazar, who hasn't scored a point yet, is currently in 2nd position ahead of Verline. And we've got the alternative strategy 1 in for inters. There we go. And we have brought these tires 19 laps until the inters came out. I didn't even think it was going to rain. It didn't say it was going to rain, but so far it's a good call, because the other guys are miles behind us, and I mean miles behind us. They're still coming down to the Singapore Sling, the old Singapore Sling right now. We're in for a pair of intermediate tyres, and they've set them on the car now. And we're out. And I think everyone else is coming into the pit lane. Everyone is coming into the pit lane. Or actually, not everyone. I think some people are staying out. Nazar's in the pit, so that may hinder his race that I just came in right now. But who's coming around turn 1? That is Haryanto. Haryanto and Rosberg have stayed out, and they're on their new tyres, which are super soft. So they're going to be struggling like hell right now. And we're in the lead, and we should be by quite a few seconds. Fernando Alonso has passed Pascal Wehrlein, as you can see on the left hand side of your screen. It was down to turn 7, because that's where they are on the minimap. Nazar's in the pits for a set of ultra soft tyres, I'm sure, as it is now time to switch over back onto the dries. There's been a wee spell of rain, so we're just gonna, yeah, DRS enabled, so we're gonna go back onto the dries at the end of this lap. We're gonna go into the ultra softs as we have a spare set of these tyres, so we're gonna see how this goes. We're in a 24-second lead over Alonso anyway, and Wehrlein, so unless they mess up massively, I don't think there's anything to worry about. The Sauber pit crew are out, ready for us. We're into the pits, and surely we can just blitz away with these tyres as well. We're out of the pit lane. And yeah, Alonso and all them are coming into the pits also. So there's no worries. There's about 5 laps left of this race, including this one. So all we have to do now is just push, and we should be there on the top step. Daniel Ricciardo's gone on to the soft tyre. Very interesting there, strategy wise. About to start the final lap here of the Singapore Grand Prix. We are currently got a 24-second lead over Fernando Alonso. That's good and dandy, that. As we're coming around the final few corners now, turn 22 and 23 to go, and we have won a race in Formula 1. What a controlling race that was. We got the right strategy, we got everything right, and we've brought Sauber the first win.
Great win then for the Sauber team today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
To win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
Looks like they're on their way out to the podium now, and what a result this is, and what a popular one with the crowd as well. Great stuff to see the Sauber team on top here today.
So we finally won a race in our career mode. Just over an hour this race took, 62 minutes. We beat Fernando Alonso by 23 seconds ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who somehow finished it on softs. I don't know why, but he was 25 seconds behind myself. Jenson Button passed Pascal Wehrlein on the last lap to take P4, and Wehrlein a stunning job from P19 to finish P5. As could be said for Fernando Alonso, finishing P2 from P11. Felipe Massa, P6. Verstappen, P7. Rosberg, P8. Rosberg getting getting 4 points, but it does help him for the championship. Carlos Sainz in 9th. And my teammate, Felipe Nasr, gets 1 point this season, and he just pips Lewis Hamilton to 10th place, so he's kind of helped Rosberg there. Valtteri Bottas, Perez and Vettel DNF, with Vettel not even completing a lap in this race. So Lewis Hamilton keeps his lead of the drivers' standings by 2 points over Nico Rosberg, as both the Mercedes had a terrible weekend here in Singapore. Daniel Ricciardo closes up on the top 2 and is now 23 points behind. Valtteri Bottas in P4 after a non-scoring result. Kimi Raikkonen in P5 with a non-scoring result. We have jumped Sebastian Vettel, as Vettel didn't even score, he did not finish either, same as Valtteri Bottas. We have jumped Vettel and we're into 6th place in 123 points. Max Verstappen still not even hit 100 points yet, 15 races into the season. Fernando Alonso, after that P2 finish, has jumped many places in the standings and is now in 12th position. And at the bottom, Felipe Nasr jumps Kevin Magnussen as Nasr gets a point. And Kevin Magnussen, the only driver not to score a point this season. In the constructors' standings, Mercedes stay at the top of him, but I don't think they can be beaten now. I mean, mathematically they can, but race-wise and race pace-wise, I doubt it, as Red Bull are 157 points behind the German-British outfit. Ferrari are in 3rd, 40 points behind Red Bull. Williams are in a lonely 4th position on 186 points. Ourselves, Sauber, 124 points, 123 of them because of me and 1 because of Nasr. We're in 5th position as McLaren Honda, with that 2nd and 4th place finish, jump ahead of Force India to claim 6th place. At the end of the Singapore Grand Prix weekend, we are 1 point away from beating Sebastian Vettel. We're 1 point away. 29 out of 30 complete. He's only got 9 out of 30, so oh well, we'll still have Sebastian Vettel going into the next weekend. As the next race is Malaysia, I don't think there's any specific upgrades for that, but we're going to increase the downforce, or yeah, increase the downforce with a monkey seat. This redesigns the small wing above the exhaust pipe, nicknamed the monkey seat, can lead to more efficiently utilizing extra exhaust gases to create additional downforce. So we're going to select that upgrade and develop that upgrade, and it should be ready for Malaysia next race. So looking at our trophy room now, we've had 4 podiums this season. We haven't been on the 3rd step of the podium yet, but we have 2 4th place finishes. But just being first is just amazing. That's amazing. I just love that. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy that for more F1 career mode. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.